Okay, so we'll come on over here. Let's get you in the shot here. So you're a member of the site, and you've got Red.
Yes.
And you've had Red for 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yes.
And he came from a rescue, so you don't know that much about him.
That's right.
But he's a very handsome boy.
Thank
So
you.
tell me what you've been doing so far with him, and like some of the hurdles you have,
Okay.
and some of the other things.
All right, so I've been doing some clicker training with him.
Good.
And at home, when we're at home, he is really good.
Yep.
He listens, he sits, he goes down, he goes to the crate and all of this. The minute I put a collar on him and a chain on him, he is not obedient at all.
Okay. Okay. So he kind of is deciding when he's going to listen, when he's not going to listen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
okay.
he also decides how long the training is going to be and how long it's not.
Good. Did you bring your clicker?
I did.
Okay. So show me like an example of how you're doing it, because clickers we want to really focus on. They're there just to mark a behavior.
Right. Exactly.
So instead of saying yes, I'm going to click.
Okay.
Right. So it's a good tool.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing about the clicker is that it gives you the opportunity to always be consistent. Exactly. You're not going to say yes, good boy, and then go yes. It's always click, 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 click. It's very monotone, and it kind of ingrains in the dog's head that that's going to be the source of the reward coming thereafter, right? I don't use them much. I understand the concept behind them, but we can kind of piggyback into what you've been doing to what we want to do with them. But show me really quickly, just an example or two, how you're timing the reward, because that's really the important part.
Right. And I actually do both. I do clicker and with a yes.
Okay,
so,
good.
So that he gets used to both.
Okay.
But basically what I do is I have my clicker here.
Good.
And okay, I hold the treat. You see this is a little bit...
Yeah, that's the hard part of the clicker.
That's the hard part of the clicker,
Yeah.
Exactly. So I hold the treat. He's not focused right now. He's focused
Sees the dog, yeah.
over there. And now he's not focused.
Now he's focusing on the cameras and the baby and everything, yeah.
So that's the thing,
Okay.
At home, I hold it, I just say sit, and the minute he sits,
You click and reward.
And then I throw the treat or I give it to him in the mouth or whatever.
Okay, so you've kind of done the idea of teaching the dog what the movement should look like.
Yep.
Right? So he's got that part.
Oh, he knows exactly what
Perfect.
sit looks like. He knows exactly what down looks like.
Good.
But he does it at his own time.
Right. Okay. So now we have to kind of make him want to do it. So now he sees this little dog, right? And you can see this is him checking out is his prey drive.
Right. Exactly.
So the clicker is great for marking things and for like the operant conditioning idea of getting the dog to know that's what he should be doing.
Right.
Click and reward. It's never going to help this, right? It's never going to trick him out of his drives.
Right, exactly.
So this is where a lot of positive only training falls apart because it doesn't take this into account.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So here now he's in this mode, and you can click all you want, and nothing's going to happen.
Nothing's going to happen. Right.
What you want to do here is you want to interrupt this behavior.
Okay.
Right. So to interrupt it, I'm just going to grab this from you here.
Yeah.
I'm going to always control him at the end of the leash. So here, I'm not going to even let anything go until I have this. And I'm going to kind of let him get further away from me and correct there. So you see what just happened?
Right.
He went out, he's in drive, he's out of drive. Good boy, atta boy. That's a very good boy. This is going to afford me the luxury to get him to pay attention to me. This is going to take his drive and channel it back to me.
Okay.
Right? And then we can go right back with the clicker and everything later, but right now I've got a dog that's paying attention to me. When you held that treat in front of him, he didn't take it.
Right.
So I'm going to hold a similar treat. Hey. And he's going to take it. The difference between what you've been doing and you're trying to do now and what I'm doing is I'm working, see? Right? That's what you want, right? Good boy. Because what I was able to do was work his drive in his favor. You were letting his drive work against his favor, right? I'm not going to even correct this. Like I want him pushing me now, because he's not going to normally do that. He's normally going to be so focused here.
Right.
He's going to go to you here, right? So if I can get him to push me and kind of like come to me, that's everything I want.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So all I want you to do for a change is, first of all, the more you correct the dog here, so that's why if it was my dog and I was going for real good obedience stuff, I wouldn't let this pushing go. If he was a dominant dog or aggressive dog, I wouldn't let this go.
Right.
And the reason I wouldn't let that go is because it's going to get ugly.
Exactly.
But with him, he's so checked out over there that I got to get him back here. And then if I correct him here and go, don't jump on me, now the dog is going, whoa,
Doesn't know what to do.
Doesn't know what to do,
Yeah.
right? So here, he's going to go back out into that drive. I'm going to give him a correction. Oh, good boy. So when he gets back, good boy. Yeah. And I just hold it here. In other words, I don't ever want him to see the picture of me putting it in front of him, trying to get him back to me. That's lure. That's bribing. We never
Exactly,
bribe the
yes.
dog, right? We can lure the dog to do what we want him to do. We can shape behaviors with clickers or words, but we never bribe a dog. We never say, oh, I have this. If you do this, you get this. You do this because I told you to do that, and then I'll give you a reward for it. Critical difference in the dog. See, now he's offering me behaviors. He went from a sit to a down and everything. So I'm going to actually let him see that, yeah, that's kind of what I want. That same dog is still there. Hey, red. Yeah, good boy. Right? A little correction goes a long way.
Also, when he looks away, you just do a little correction.
Yeah, but I don't let him see, yeah, good boy.
Wow.
I don't ever make it personal.
Wow.
Right? I don't want him thinking like, if he's looking at me, I'm not going to yank him because that's not fair.
Right, of course.
His correction is always going to come because his drive is going from pack drive between us to prey drive to I want to chase something, I want to eat something, I want to kill something, I want to do whatever.
Right.
So there now I've got a dog that if I now walk away from him, yeah, good boy, he follows me. Right? And whether he follows me and takes a treat or whether he follows me and wants to get affectionate or whatever, yeah, good boy. All I want you to do now with him, and he kind of understands this, is just walk away from him. Yes, good boy. And you can click or say yes, doesn't matter, but you're just going to keep walking away from him because now you got a little tricycle and a scooter. And if he doesn't look at you, just walk away. Yes, good boy. This is step one, right? Really easy. When he goes into that place, I go the other way. He sees the little corgi. Red. Yeah, good boy. He needs that tap on the shoulder to go, hey, you're with me. Right? Good. So now he's looking at you. So you take the leash, you got some treats. You're going to do the same thing. Stay like in this little area here because it's going to be the most distraction oriented. It's actually best for the camera too. And I'm going to kind of just check out on you. I'm going to ignore him if he looks at me.
Okay.
Right there, mark that. Out here you need to start marking that. Okay. I'm looking at you. Oh yeah, good boy. That's what I want.
Okay.
So walk away from him. Yes.
Yes. Good boy.
Good. So there he's fixated.
Good boy.
Good. Perfect.
Yes. Yes. Good boy.
He's following you. Good.
Good boy.
Right? Good.
Yes. That's a good boy.
Now do this, Will. Actually try to get away from him. Actually like try to walk, and then if he's going to try to get away from him, like play a game with him to make him tune into you.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes. Good boy.
Mm-hmm.
But now he doesn't look at
So we'll go away from him again.
Okay.
Be more interesting. Right there, yes.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
Yes.
Good.
Boy. That's a good boy.
But don't force him to take the treat. If he doesn't take it, doesn't matter.
Okay.
But he's dialing into you now,
Yes.
which is much better.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, now he's going to see this dog, right? You go the other way. Say his name.
Red.
Excellent. Yeah, good, perfect.
That's a good boy.
So much different,
Much different.
right? Totally different. Yeah.
He's dialed in.
Yeah, this is what we wanted,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.